just double checking this all works. Brilliant. Thank you all for joining on this video. This is a very special announcement. Really excited to talk to you about this. But for those of you who have been following me up on Twitter and kind of talking what I've been on about recently, I have now officially launched a new kind of level design kit where I've brought all my kind of expertise from working in this industry, creating something that I believe can really just help you block something out quicker, more efficiently to metrics, and being able to get functionality into your levels as quick as possible. And this is something that I'm really excited to go with. So what we intend to do today is me talk to you, block something out quickly, and just kind of talk about the pack itself, why I decided to do this, elements along that, and kind of me demonstrating what you can do with it, because after all, it's out there for you to purchase, but I want to make sure that you know what you're getting and kind of go through that. So first of all, let's go switch over towards what we have and kind of start to see where we're going with everything. So as I mentioned, this is it now, the level design kit. You can find this on Fab, the now new Epic Unreal marketplace for it, and really get going for it. Now it is only available for the versions 5.3 to 5.5 for it, but should be hopefully enough for you to be able to use this in kind of any of your projects for it. As I mentioned, level design kit. And if you can as well, please do rate this, and it can help you much more, help to sell it, to promote it and sell it to others much more once you rate that as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's already out there, so if you are interested, please do go check it out. It's ready for all of you to go through. So kind of the next steps I kind of want to talk about with this is kind of break down a few things. I'm going to build out this space for this. There's going to be some slight alterations, but I'm going to look into building something for us to kind of show it. I think that's a really important thing overall, and give us something interesting to talk about while we go through this. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to move over and get to it really for it. So I will be using, for demonstrational purposes, the ALS character controller for it. You can use it with whatever one you want to, but this is just going to be the example one that I have for us to use. And we'll go kind of with that aspect without any further shadow of a doubt with it. So let's go through. Let's go and just move this stuff out of the way and kind of talk about the elements. So we'll be going through now, and the element that I kind of want to talk about with this is kind of why go through this, why make this one for us when obviously there's other amazing kits out there. And there's a couple of reasons for that I was really kind of interested in when designing this pack, right? So let's keep it to the grid max. Oh yeah, let's talk about a bit more about the pack and kind of what you can expect with it. Wrong one, this one, it is here. I've already actually started to update it. But yes, what we kind of can expect is 270 static meshes, these coming in many different waves, from that of the architecture that we use to construct the spaces. We have different characters that we can use to pose through and kind of fill and demonstrate where we want that of our allies or that of our enemies in the space, give important information for it. We have different icons to help, again, show maybe where certain things are, certain gameplay aspects, as we can use these different mechanics. Kind of these are the static mesh versions, just to keep in mind though, team, where they kind of are, whether that be placing down a squeeze through, crawl through spaces, ladders, elements, zip lines, throwable bottles and bricks, and climbing. And on top of that, we then have the props as well that there is available for you to use as well with it to kind of fill up spaces. Again, design intent. I have other aspects like rulers, which can be used to help measure that of certain distances you may want to handle within that of your, how do I say, certain aspects of your designs to make sure things are correct. Heck, we'll just drag in a ruler here for now, and we'll show you some uses there for it. And the main important thing also for it, I'm sure many people are excited by, is also the aspects of different blueprints which you can drag in and instantly use for your spaces as well, right? These can come in a range of different ones from actual things that the player can interact with. Let's go through and drag a simple thing as body disposal. Let's grab some loot, and heck, let's just grab in pushable object as well, and a lift for it. So not only is it the elements of you constructing your space, but you can actually now start to add some elements in there instantly to help show off what it is that you want to do, and you don't have to script it for it. Also, so it can save you some time and instantly build that of some interactability and sell your space and intentions much more with that for it. So let's go through and use some of these spaces for it. So we might have some loot that the player can go interact with. Open it up. We've got loot picked up for it. And then we have that of body disposal. Maybe you want to have some encounters where the player needs to clean up after themselves. So if we press E, then we see that of a body come in, and then it locks for us an object that the player pushes around for it in order to them to now go through and then climb onto something. We have that of a quest giver as well, a certain NPC that you can come up to. You then type in the lines, the headline of the quest, and kind of give the player information. And we want the player to be able to go up to a certain space here, and then back down for it as well. So all kind of simple aspects, but things that again instantly add more life, showing your design intention much more for them. So that's something that again you can just drag and drop and use to your ability to again sell the space for it. Now I've given some examples, but I also want to show some other aspects that can be helpful with your designs as well. They may not all just be gameplay, but we have, as we can see here, our ruler. Let's do our door frames and grab our note here for it, and then let's grab window frame. I think, yeah. So with this as well, team, we can then actually use this to help us communicate with others who may be working on the project. We talked about here this ruler. The thing that I kind of wanted to show with this was kind of show a few different things that I have seen and help you out. When I was working on the game Nyan Heroes, one of the things our level director did, Niles, it was really just super quick but super easy and effective for myself and the art team, was once we had the metrics for certain aspects, he created just a ruler like this. They were able to drop in, double check, oh, does this work with what we want? And instantly you can be like, yeah, no, in space, out of space. Like if we want to go, traditionally cover buffer is space between cover that you want to be able to encourage cover swap, as well as not being too close, so it actually makes it kind of worth the risk. Squeeze throughs, kind of different elements for that, again for certain things we have. This is what I've learned about like metric wise mini alley widths, interactions roughly about 20 centimeters, crouch height, low cover, vaultable cover, climb, things like this that I've seen that again we can instantly check by using this ruler to help us space things out and make sure that we follow metrics as well, because metrics are very important to us when we're designing. So a little helpful tool there that I think can go a long way for you. Next, I want to talk about these kind of frames for that of your doors or windows. What I really want to show here is the aspect of showing your priority as well as the intention of where you want certain players to go. We will tend to build a lot of spaces that players can enter or exit, right? And I think for me, one of the ones for this is the aspect of looking at how do you want to show to the player actually what is the important way. So I've created these do not have any collision or anything, but something you can communicate for it. So with this, it might be different metrics, maybe it's a double window, maybe it's a single. But the importance level here is something for you to take in. Because 0 to me is that golden path. This is the route that the player should take. This is the entrance that is the main area they should go through. But maybe we're like, hey, we want some area that the player can diverge from. Maybe they go off and get that of certain loot. Well then, great, we can change this to number 1, and it turns green, showing that is a side route for players to take. But maybe we don't want the players to take this route at all, and we make it red, making it number 2, showing that it is locked, using it for this kind of intention for it. So this is all things that you can use instantly to communicate to whoever's reviewing and viewing your stuff, what your intention is, how you intend the space to be used, which space is really important for the player. Are you actually guiding them enough? Have you communicated correctly that actually this door is locked for it? Elements like that. So again, instantly, even before we're thinking about gameplay, we can go through and share what we believe is the best one for it. The other thing that we've wanted to add in here was this note here. Now, if you haven't, do check out, where is it? This great talk by Blake himself, and you'll see here what he talks about very in the early stages, and I've done it in different places as well, is that when you place certain things, you might not have the functionality in there yet, but a great thing that we can do for it, for things that we might not have the functionality, I'm trying to find the right moment, we might be able to add some sort of text for that. Let's see, I look for the right moment, I can't seem to find it. But what we can do here is talk about, like, for example, headline here. This is beat 01 and sort of name. So think of name, cool. Oh, that's probably a little bit too big, but we can say, okay, beat 1. What happens in here? So we can give some sort of duration for it. Duration 3 mins. Objective, find button, and traversal. Elements like that where you can instantly drop this into your level before people go even and play it. They instantly know, okay, well this is where beat 1, which I've seen in your paper design, take place. This is what we need to think about, right? It's a short beat. We need to find the button. Traversal, focusing on that. Elements like that instantly that you can tweak, change, and communicate there. So as I mentioned, it's not even just about having the gameplay elements that you can kind of put in for it, but you can actually have that of the elements as well to go through and communicate your design intention with this. And that's part of the reason that I wanted to make this kit, right? Part of me was, not only have I found with these other kits that we see around, metrics kind of skewed, but it's finally to the right, or I should say, the metrics that I believe are the most common that I have worked on in the games that I have seen, right? From that, whether it be third person to first person, you tend to find that the average heights of walls tends to be, now again, it depends on the game. This isn't, say, that of Spider-Man, but more of your traditional first person to third person action adventure games. You tend to find that the architecture tends to be, especially for walls, that of 4 meters or 6 meters, and that most of the time your character is about 1.8 meters tall, so you're instantly able to have that and use it correctly. I've had elements where I've used certain asset packs and then had to quickly scale it. Not necessarily a bad thing, but taking that from my experience of working on multiple AAA titles, it can instantly give you that reassurance of, oh, I'm doing this to the correct scale that I've seen done and used by professionals. I don't have to instantly waste time being like, okay, well, what is the correct scale? It's there, it's for you. All of these aspects instantly there for you to use. And I think that's one of the things that inspired me to do this as well, in the elements and hopes that it can speed up not only yours, but mine as well for it. We've all had to do, I imagine, many of us had to do aspects of that, of, how do I say, what's the word I'm looking for? Level design tests. And again, it can be a lot to do in such a short amount of time. We all know these are not ones that are, how do I say, ones that are easy for us to do all the time. So I think that is an aspect that, again, I just want to help everyone in terms of speeding things up, right? That if you feel that you are struggling for time, you know that you've got the right pack to help give you the time to focus on the elements of actually creating the level itself, coming up with something cool and exciting versus say that of, oh, what is there available for me? Well, great news, team. There's instantly there. You don't have to worry instantly being like, oh, starting a new project. I've got to now edit doors, then put up ladders, things that are not exactly the most complex things to do, but actually take up a ton of time, right? So with that in mind, you don't have to worry about that now. I'm able to hopefully speed up your process, and one that makes you instantly go, oh yeah, this is something that can be enjoyed instantly, and we can see the design intention when you're handing it over for someone to review. And that's something that, again, like I said, I'm excited to share with all of you, and one that I'm going to say be using myself a lot as well. This is something, again, that I truly believe in. I wanted to release a pack like this for a while, but as I said, there's been other incredible creators that have made great packs, but the thing that I ended up noticing with them all is most of them are made by artists, which by no means is an insult to artists. It's more what I'm trying to say with that element of, well, they've got some great things in for us, but they don't use, should I say, blockout kits how we use them. It's not about having, you know, hundreds and hundreds of pieces that we never use, but it's that element of having enough pieces to communicate correctly what our intentions are, right? And I think that's something that is an element that I really love about designing and creating this for everyone. I want to be able to make sure that all of you are able to go, right, what is it we need to do in order to make this, right? So we're instantly able to go, okay, I've got a swing pole, and it instantly shows you that we can, this is how it would be used. Yes, it doesn't have the animations, and let's face it, I don't know what you're going to be using for in terms of the character controller, but I'm also wanting to communicate and share with you all that this is kind of the level when you're working on a portfolio, working on a level design test, we care to see. It's not about that aspect of you having it fully animated swinging across a pole or grabbing the door handle to open it. It's on the element of you showing what the design intention is for it. That element of, okay, there's a door here, the player can then interact with it. That we can pick up this coin where we imagine loot would be for rewarding the player for going through that of an optional route for it, which we're able to instantly show by using these different color coordinations with that. It's these sort of things that are going to help you stand out, and as I said, just communicate much more clearly. I think one of the things that I've seen more and more when teaching courses online, I was just recently part of reviewing and giving a talk at the Into Games level design course, and obviously depending on your skill level and your experience level, it can be quite daunting. There's a lot of stuff that we do, right, to make great levels, and I think that's something that only comes with experience for in time. As I said, when I first got into the industry, I didn't understand metrics well enough But now here, we have the grid built. Like I said, everything built to the correct metrics for it that I've seen through my experience. I shouldn't use necessarily the word correct, but the most common metrics that I've seen used out there for it. Communicating colors. Elements all like this and understanding, okay, well, hey, I should think about cover buffer. Does it actually line up? Let me go grab the ruler and double check. Yes, it does. Or no, it doesn't. Hey, I need to have something that the player interacts with on this wall. Wait, it's not in the correct position. Let me move it forward for it. Elements like this that really just, again, speed up your time, show that you understand how important that of metrics are, and can, again, just focus on the freedom of creativity for it yourself. And that's something that, as I said, I really want to empower everyone by having this. These also is a great way for you to learn about blueprints. I've met so many amazing designers and aspiring designers who may not be the best technically for it. A little interact button for us. But you want to learn more. Well, great. You can open up all of these blueprints that we have and instantly see what it is we're doing. It doesn't have to be these big, amazing, polished out mechanics. As simple as that of a teleport for it instantly shows the intent right away. And that's what I really want to share with this. The creativity is now on you with the freedom and not the burden of all these other aspects for it. The metrics are there for you. The pieces are there for you. The way to share your design intention is all there for you. I've also made sure that I include, let's save selected for now, included a nice little demo for us to show you all the pieces that are available to you once you purchase the kit as well in different forms. And you can go through and again decide what best helps to share and communicate all of that you want to use, and that helps to highlight all these elements for it as well too. So yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'm really happy that it's out. I really want to thank Karo as well. She is the artist behind all of this. We work together on all these aspects. She's credited in the credits of this pack, and she was incredible to work with, and I said I hope I get a chance to work with her in the future as well. And all of these are ready for you to use right out of the gate with that team. There are different locks as well to show that. As I mentioned, we've got simple enemies. Say for example, which one do I have here? Yeah, so in this free, I don't think that's going to work actually. Let's quickly use to this one. If we grab this, as I said, some of you may not have experience with AI. There are some incredible AI packs out there, but sometimes you may not have it. But we have this, for example, placeholder enemy here, right? Where, again, if you have a weapon and hit it, it'll have the same reaction. But if we go over to it, you see there, it goes over and dies as if I choked it out for it. You also have that one where, again, we can set its health here to say something like 250, and the player's damage only does 25 when we're going for the overlap. You may want to change the text here, all up to you. But when we jump in again, quickly, I don't know if you can see because it's all white, but he says ouch when it's overlapped and then changes to I'm dead and disappeared. But again, instantly showing, hey, this is what I want for my enemies, and kind of can, again, just take your block out to a next level with some small interactivity for it. So I'm really happy to be able to share this now. I said it's been a while of work, and I'm really happy. I didn't get a chance to block all of this this space out, but I will be maybe doing a video on that, as I think maybe that's an interesting one for you all to look at. So that's kind of an overview of the kit now. As I said, it's available. Please do go check it out, called Level Design Kit. It is on Fab here. It's got all of my little logo stuff here for it, built by Level Design Lobby. And the last thing I want to share as well, with many different social medias coming, going, changing, I really want to share with you now a place where you can sign up to more what's going on with me. Some of you may have social media, some of you may not have not. And as I said, I'm seeing more and more people leave Twitter. We're obviously seeing that of Threads or Blue Sky possibly taking over in terms of that. But what you can do now is sign up to my newsletter here, follow the link. Not only that, you'll get that of an actual guide as well on some 10 incredible tips that help improve your level design as well. So if you want a free guide, stay connected with myself and all the level design going around, then please head over and sign up to it. It is at the bottom here for that. So again, thank you all for tuning in to this. I hope you've enjoyed seeing this as much as I have, creating with it, sharing with it. And the great news, this is just the start. As I said, this is for me to use as much as it is for everyone else. So I've already added in a new one with the loot pickup itself. I did this I think today actually of recording this. So I just want to share that again. If you have something that you think you want to be added, communicate with me. I intend to build this up. It's not just a one and done. We'll keep this growing more and more till we find that we have the perfect elements to build out our levels quickly and able to share our design intent in the best possible way. So thank you all, take care, and I'll catch you all next time.